the future People's Champion, we present Anthony Joshua.
So this is the start of potentially a very, very long and exciting journey for Anthony Joshua.
Well, this is where the journey begins, isn't it? We won't find all the answers tonight, of course, but at least the journey will begin, and it promises to be fun and exciting.
He just hits unbelievably hard.
Big solid right hand there has shaken the Italian. Oh, he's got him. It's over. That's what the fuss is about. He's destroyed a very brave opponent, and he hasn't broken a sweat.
Perfect fight, flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
When he first went into a boxing gym, he had a tag on his ankle. He'd had some run-ins with the police. That's behind
Locked
him.
up for street fighting, the charge might have seen Joshua jailed for 10 years.
I was arrested. I was on remand.
I got banned from the area I grew up in.
For fighting too much.
I had to relocate to London to get away from all the trouble.
He's very passionate about what the sport of boxing did for his life.
I started lifting weights, and my cousin Benga, he brought me down to Finchley ABC. Stay in the gym, stay hungry, stay focused.
Not blowing my own trumpet, but I'll know if they're going to be half decent first time I take them on the pads. He was like a sponge. He was like, I want to learn, I want to do this. He was always, when am I going to spar? When am I going to spar? When am I going to do this?
The future People's Champion, please welcome co-author, Anthony Joshua!
Left hook, right hand.
You can see the potential of what Anthony Joshua could become.
You know, boxing ain't complicated. You've got two arms and you've got to find a route to knock him out.
Oh, nailed it. That right hand. Now is Butler going to get up? He's all over the place here, and that's it. The Talcon smile at the end from Paul Butler, who says, yeah, I've been in with something special there. Very, very impressive once again.
I could be the world's strongest man, but if I don't believe it, if I don't have the ambition to wake up in the morning and train...
It covers your chin, yeah, right? It frees this hand up to punch as well, so watch, ready? Yeah?
And complement what I've already been blessed with. I'm never going to be able to do anything with what I've been blessed with.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the journey.
Let's dug his body shot there. Following upstairs as well. Already it's looking like it could be the end very soon.
You have to forget your ego and listen to instructions if you want to achieve something.
I'm going to throw the body shot there, look. Tilt, and then come back. Tilt, yeah, and then come back with your own, look.
And he's always mindful of his own defence. Even when he's completely in top.
Just lunges in. You've got to credit his bravery, but he's getting around, pounding him down. And that's that. No, it's been stopped. All over. Klitschko wanted to go on. 3 in quick succession for Anthony Joshua. I wonder if we're looking tonight at a young man that might just follow in Lennox Lewis's footsteps. Early days, Jim, but the signs so far very encouraging.
He's a 22-year-old boxer from Watford. And what sets Anthony apart from other boxers is that he only took up the sport at the age of 18.
At 6'6", Josh towers over most, but he's a gentle giant with an easy humour.
You know, for a London fighter to be boxing in the London Olympics, there's a level of expectation.
I could hear the roar, the cheer, the support that they gave me.
The most rousing reception granted to him.
It was just something like a gladiator moment, like a Spartan moment, you know, when they're about to go out into the battlefield.
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.
And then not giving the room and space for Klitschko. Come on, Josh, you can do this.
Cheered on by the crowd. as the closing bell sounds, Anthony Joshua raises his hands immediately because he feels he has done enough.
Olympic super heavyweight champion in the blue corner, representing Great Britain, Anthony Joshua!
Anthony Joshua is the Olympic super heavyweight champion. A wonderful achievement by this 22-year-old from Finchley, North London.
Anthony Joshua from Watford won that super heavyweight gold, making him Britain's newest Olympic champion.
For someone to pick up boxing gloves and then 4 years later be an Olympic champion, it makes it look easy, and it's not. It's certainly not.
Let's see what Dorian Darch will do here. Walked up to a right hand and they got shaken up.
Again, Darch done well to take that.
Darch is struggling. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. And there is an arm, so that's enough, and it is.
Anthony Joshua!
When you look through the history of heavyweight champions, generally they've bookmarked their eras, and someone like Anthony Joshua, 2012 super heavyweight gold medalist, has the potential to do that with this era.
And he's gone. And I don't think he wants any part of this. He's holding his ear as if they weren't believers before. They certainly are now.
Yeah, I can definitely take him later rounds, or I think if I catch people with my shots, then anything can happen.
Please welcome to the ring, Anthony Joshua!
I think there's probably about 30,000 people in the arena when he opened up the show, which is more than most fighters at his level will have fought in front of.
Up there as Joshua targets. Oh, that right hand uppercut! Doesn't matter how much of a go you have, if you get tagged like that, you're in desperate trouble, and he's done. One big right hand, good night.
We finally got our man. Anthony Joshua has turned professional.
Joshua was the hottest prospect coming out of 2012. Through the history of boxing, the gold medal has always been the gravy train.
The stardom of Anthony Joshua start, because you're 23-0, you make like 20 million a fight. I made sure I connected with the people. Instead of showing people I'm a fighter, I'll just show them my gym training, because everyone goes to the gym. So I was building my brand, and you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. And that's how people got invested and interested and followed my roots from the grass to championship.
Just an amiable, laid-back guy with real charisma about him, Anthony Joshua. Get him in the ring. The game face comes on.
But that's what a lot of people think about you. They think that you're just a brand. Like you're a good-looking guy. You got the muscles.
He was destroyed by that right hand. He's done it again. 7 out of 7 inside 2 rounds.
Someone asked me the other day, what does it take to kind of be a champion? I don't know. It's a good question. I said, I feel like DNA, because you are who you are.
Simple.
I said environment, so I placed myself in the gutter, took myself to championships all around the world, swam in the deep end.
Good. That's the shot.
You know, and you can see the power in the kid, you know, he's unbelievable power, and he's only a young kid, 23 years old. You know, you're gonna see this kid be a real star of the future.
2012 Olympic champion Anthony Joshua. There are high hopes for the heavyweight Joshua, who ripped through his first 7 opponents inside 2 rounds. Can Constantine Irish provide a stiffer test?
That's what does it. It's that 1-2, that right cross that comes in.
This is probably the most special individual and special fighter I've seen in a long time. He's going to clear out the entire heavyweight division and unify.
Took everything, didn't he? One big right hand.
He's the flag bearer, I guess, now for the sport.
Full credit to him.
And it gets another one then. And he got absolutely slaughtered with a left hand right on the decision. If you hadn't seen him before and you wondered what the fuss was about, that is what the fuss is about.
He seems like a really well brought up young man, like really polite and lovely.
He is, he's decent. Everyone keeps looking for these chinks, some sort of problem with him, there's not.
Anthony Joshua is the kind of person you can look at and say, I want to be like him. And you need role models to grow any sport. And we may just have a chance with Anthony to do so.
Wearing the black trunks, weighing in at 17 stone 2 pounds. He is undefeated. 9 contests, 9 wins, all inside the scheduled distance.
Comes through and he's wobbled, he's shaken by that, and Joshua straight on him. And Sprott's in big trouble here. Joshua just teeing on as that will do it right there.
Haven't seen.
Stunning.
That was one of the most dramatic knockouts yet in the Joshua story. One single shot, boom.
Boom, perfect timing.
Beautifully timed. And a right hand lays him out. And the count's at 8. This is done and dusted. It is his 6th second-round win. And his 12th straight victory in all.
I know you've boxed all over the world in big atmospheres before, but do you think that you can be the first man to beat Anthony Joshua?
It's easy. It's going to be very easy.
Does Kevin Kingpin Johnson live up to all those words and take this fella deep? Now he's got rid of it, but can Johnson survive? Joshua looking up, just blinks him out of there. Inside around, there goes the bell, and Johnson is finished. Destroyed in a round.
To no one's surprise, Joshua moved quickly. He was already a 10-round fighter when, in bout number 14, he took a definite step up in quality of opposition.
2 undefeated heavyweights will clash. The waiting's over.
They say he's not been tested. Those who say that are right. The one thing everybody has agreed upon, 3 scoring judges will not be needed tonight.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. So let's get it on.
The O2 Arena in London, Joshua met Gary Cornish, who was 21-0. They clashed for the vacant Commonwealth title.
Joshua looking very sharp. Nails it with a right.
The fight lasted 97 seconds.
Inside the first minute, Anthony Joshua's biggest test on paper has turned into his quickest win. This was a massive night for him, and he put so much work into it, and he was just blown away in 90 seconds. And you just wonder how many heavyweights in the world right now would you put ahead of Anthony Joshua?
You're from. Okay, it's your opinion. You go on like you're this nice guy. You're scum.
Cool and calculating by nature, Joshua was emotional for this one. It was a domestic showdown for the British title, a fight that had to happen.
To add the vacant British title now.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
I don't think you did until you told that you're loaded on steroids. You know what I think you got some steroids. You don't want to go 2-year ban. That's what I'm saying.
Let's get ready to rumble!
This one has had a real bad edge about it. A lot of trash talking, a lot of nastiness. White trying to go Joshua. Joshua not taking the bait. Now it becomes very real indeed. And an awful lot on the line personally for these two, as White says he wants to expose Joshua as a fake. Big swing and a miss from White.
It seems that clears some of the cobwebs out of the round.
Oh man, well that was Joshua.
After the bell ending a lively first round, the fighters kept punching, creating instant chaos.
Completely. Now what's happening here? Everybody's in the ring.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Howard Foster doing absolutely the right thing here and just taking the sting out of it, calming everybody, calming the two boxers down. This crowd is getting super heated as well.
they stayed down and they've been knocked out clean. Nobody. You get on the ropes, you throw some little punch, the referee jumps in and stop it. When I hit people, they go down. Who have you knocked out clean and they stayed down and they've been knocked out clean? Nobody.
Surely no way up here for Dylan White. It's stopped. It's over. Dramatic and unbelievable at the finish. Joshua asked a lot of questions tonight. Came up with the answer when it mattered. And it was a brutal finish. The buzz, the hype that is building around Anthony Joshua, fight by fight, just took another big leap forward.
In April 2016, Joshua challenged newly crowned IBF heavyweight titles Charles Martin.
The sense of anticipation here at the O2 off the scale tonight. Officially, Charles Martin defending his IBF heavyweight title. But the hope of everyone in this arena is it's the coming of age of Anthony Joshua. On the floor, Martin looks into his corner as if to say, what on earth was that? Still a minute 40 left in this second round. And Joshua on the brink here strolls into the corner as if to say, job done, over, done. Britain has a new world heavyweight champion.
Like the Predator is going hunting.
In the third round, Anthony Joshua defending his IBF heavyweight title in emphatic fashion, and just a smile down to you, David.
The young lion and the king for so long.
The fight was set for April 29, and while the rest of the world may not yet have made a decision on just how special Joshua's talent would turn out to be, it was clear the British had bought in. The atmosphere was historic.
90,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko.
It was, cinematic in an ideal way that the heavyweight title hasn't been. Not quite in that exact way.
As a crowd of 90,000 spectators elbowed their way into the legendary venue.
Can Vladimir Klitschko reclaim the top spot in the division, or does Anthony Joshua tonight usher in a new era of heavyweight boxing?
Round one begins.
Vladimir is one of the biggest punchers. Yeah. What did he reign for? 10 years? There's no denying his power.
Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim, I got it 3-0, 30-27, Anthony Joshua.
Joshua won the first 4 rounds on 2 of the cards, but it was in the 5th and 6th that this fight turned into an all-time heavyweight classic.
And he's got a cut on his eye. He's hurt very bad. And there he goes. Down goes Klitschko.
And the old guy gets knocked down by the young guy and picks himself up off the canvas.
Joshua's got to be careful of those big shots on the way in.
But Klitschko has a bad cut over his left eye, too.
Very large cut.
Oh, good hook by Klitschko.
I mean, Klitschko's right hand is one of the best the sport's ever seen. Yep.
And Joshua is down now. The count's at 5. Will he make it up? It was a heavy...
Joshua being knocked down for the first time in his career after knocking down Klitschko, who then picks himself up off the canvas.
90,000 people, a record crowd for boxing in Great Britain, watching Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko.
You're looking for the slips anyway. Yeah. You slip, connect. Slip and connect.
It was the changing of the guard from one era to another.
Uppercut! Tremendous shot! Vladimir in trouble.
Though Klitschko wasn't champion, he really still represented the champion of the era.
Down goes the giant Ukrainian in the same round that he lost his unbeaten record to Ross Purity. And can he get through it? A minute and a half, and Klitschko
Joshua get up and not only survive, but then stop Klitschko in round 11.
Anthony Joshua troubles him again! Unbelievable! Klitschko just gets to his feet!
But that is how you become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Body shot! Left hook upstairs! Lift off for energy! A new chapter! A new era in this most glamorous division!
When people ask us the greatest fight you've ever called, given the stakes, given the action, given the atmosphere, 90,000 people, to be there ringside with you was the greatest fight ever.
Nobody brings it home like Joe Vincent. Nobody.